Welcome back to Figure Depot. Today we're taking a look at the Flash Batmobile from McFarlane Toys. This is from the upcoming The Flash movie. This is the 1989 Batmobile in 7-inch scale or 1/10 scale. It is massive, 22 inches or 60 centimeters. Got some really nice box art here. We see the Flash movie logo, Batmobile, the Flash. Same thing on the side with a product shot and the dimensions listed. Then on the other side we have a QR code you can scan, some other information. And then on the back we get the product again and a picture of Batman inside the cockpit. So pretty cool packaging design. And let's get this thing open and see what's inside. This monster comes well protected in some plastic and cardboard packaging. Some assembly required. These are labeled left and right. So you can see right here the little R on there. Then you see the corresponding R here. So you just line that up and punch it down. Oh, would y'all look at this? Oh, look at this. Man, this thing's awesome. So, yeah, we all know gray canopy. I don't know why the heck they did that. So I'm going to be painting the canopy black to match the rest of the car. Detail on this thing is awesome. The tread on the tires, the gold bat hubcaps, fins look nice, cab looks nice. You got your vents here on the side. And then here, that's like I guess some sort of cool air intake or something. And then this is the exhaust coming from the engine down. Front wheels are smaller than the back wheels, which is true to the design. You get your jet turbine up front, which is massive and awesome looking. You get the golden yellow running lights on the front, which are true to the film, the 1989 film. All that looks fantastic. You get your machine gun turret covers here on the top. Those are dummy covers that does not function like it did on the 1989 Toy Biz Batmobile, which I'll do a comparison with here in just a second. Turning it around, that is gorgeous. The back end of this thing is very nice. I like those bright orangey red tail lights. You get your exhaust, quadruple exhaust, and then you get your jet turbine here in the back. You get your little vents here. If you also recall on the Toy Biz one, this compartment popped open. That is not the case in this version. So, but yeah, also on that old one, you just had little black caps here, no exhaust pipes. I ended up modifying mine, and I'll go ahead and do a side-by-side while we're here so you can see kind of what I did to dress mine up and make it look a lot like this, actually. So looking at the two side-by-side, here's the old Toy Biz, and of course, same vehicle, so very similar design. Instead, these were not on there. I went ahead and added these. You just had two little black flat circles there for the exhaust, so I went ahead and added exhaust tips, and then I just put some little jewels on there for the tail light setup, so just to try to give it a little bit more realism. But yeah, so there's the two side by side. You can see the size difference. Of course, this is for a 3 3/4 inch scale, and this is for or actually, were they more like 4 inches? I can't remember, but very small, 1/18 scale basically. And this is of course for a 7-inch figure. Turning them around side by side. You can see the difference. The thing is a monster. I made a canopy for mine also. It bugged me that it had an open cockpit, so I went ahead and made a canopy for mine. But if you remember, you know, all of this, you didn't really have any vent design. You didn't have the exhaust and other mechanical components here on the side on the original one. The hubcaps were silver instead of gold. And this part on the front on the Toy Biz 89 was silver. I went ahead and painted mine kind of a golden yellow just because I wanted it to match the film. And apparently McFarlane had the same idea, because on theirs they did the same thing. So great minds think alike. But you can see the design of the front, you know, very, very similar. Very, very nice. Alright, so for another comparison real quick, here is the Justice League. This is 1/12 scale. The Justice League version of the Batmobile, which I really love the design of. It'd be sick to get one in this scale, McFarlane. But yeah, you can see those next to each other. Definitely got some size on it. So on the bottom you can see the exhaust coming together and going up into the vehicle's undercarriage, and then you have a bat signal on the bottom. That's fun. And then here's another look at the tread. Front tires, rear tires. So here is the Michael Keaton Flash Batman from McFarlane next to the Batmobile at a side angle. Here it is at a front angle. And here he is standing behind the vehicle. Just to kind of give you an idea of how he scales with it. Real quick, while we're down here, you press this button and the cockpit pops up. You can slide it forward, take out your little McFarlane trading card, and it's sweet. And then there's your cockpit. Lots of gauge clusters in there. You got your steering wheel. You got some controls on the side of the seat there. That's the butt warmers and the butt massager. So all that's really nice. Gotta have that in your vehicle. You can also lift this as well. So you can operate it either way, by lifting it up or sliding it forward. And then you just slide it back and pop it back down into place. Now, if you just set him down in there straight, this will not close without hitting his ears. They kind of poke out the top there. So what you gotta do when you're putting Batman in there, you want to go ahead and kind of tilt him sideways, get his head down in there, and then move him back to the center. And then he's got clearance for his ears up in this little area. So then he fits just fine. And then that's closed. In the particular light I've got right now, it's kind of hard to see him in there. Let's bring the... Nah, that doesn't help. But yeah, so... But yeah, Batman is inside there. And in less intense light, you can see his little bat signal shining through the cockpit there. Alright, so here is the Mattel Signature Series 89 Batman inside here, and he's actually pretty good fit in there, and he clears the roof, of course. So let's look at him outside and see how he compares scale wise. Alright, so here he is outside of the vehicle, standing next to it, and to me that looks like a pretty good scale actually. It does seem a little bit between 1/10 and 1/12 scale. I think that's a good little relationship in size there. And then if we take and set him behind it. Feels like that's kind of the height he should be next to the car. Now, looking at the SH Figure Arts Batman, he's definitely too small, but it's a beautiful figure, especially with that aftermarket cape. The one that came with him was just ridiculous, but this one's really good. But yeah, you can tell he's just a little bit small, especially if you stand in behind the vehicle. He's just definitely out of scale. He does look nice and crispy inside the cockpit for sure, but he's definitely small. Because this is an extremely glossy plastic, it does pick up dust very, very easily. I would keep a microfiber cloth on hand just to keep the dust off of it. If it had been a flat black, it would be much better. I want to repaint the canopy to match the rest of the vehicle. That's bothering me. It's going to be a pain in the butt to mask that off and paint it. And I was thinking that the windshield would just be a separate piece of plastic. Maybe I could unscrew and pop out. But I think the way that they did this and why the canopy is gray is because that it's all one piece. That's just a very, very, very thin layer of that gray plastic that the canopy is made out of. And so to give it some translucence, it's just a very thin area in the mold. So that is why the canopy is gray, which is frustrating, but I'll figure out a solution at some point. But beautiful, beautiful piece. Very happy with it overall, aside from that one little canopy issue. That's the only thing keeping it from being a perfect 10. But yeah, this thing is awesome. Definitely recommend it if you've got space for it in your collection. If you're an '89 Batman fan, this is a must-have for sure. So here's hoping they give us an '89 Batman figure, true '89 Batman figure, and I would love a Batman Returns figure. I like the body armor and the smooth cowl of that Batman Returns figure. It's a really nice look. Well, I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.